Bro's cruising. Oh, yeah, there he goes. Changing your routines might be one of the most important skills to have, because it'll help you optimize your daily schedule and your daily habits. So let's get into the video on the 3 reasons why and how you can optimize your routines and change your routines. Let's get straight into the video.
Get to know me personally with my one-on-one coaching. First call is absolutely free, so check that link out in the description after this video.
Let's get into the first point, which is probably one of the most important but hardest points to implement, and that is changing your environment. What have I done here? Usually I'm over there down on the oval, if you can see the oval over there. But this time I've decided to change my scenery, because sometimes you just need that change of environment, because it might spark something new or something different within your brain. But it's also a good thing to make sure when you're doing a new habit or changing your environment that you put in good habits first, because then you know once you're going to go do that, your brain will automatically go to a good habit. The opposite of that is your brain goes to do something and you do the opposite of that. You do a bad habit, which is not good for you. You want to know that you can do something and do a good habit, not do a bad habit. Changing your room or your placement of your bed or your desk or your working area, or even the way you walk to work or ride to work or whatever, drive to work, all those things could contribute to the habits you could form, the habits you build up, the way you think, the way you perceive things. So if you want to do something simple and start building a new habit that's good for you, move your bed, move your desk, work in a different environment or work in a different room. But you've got to make sure you're consistently building up a good habit. Otherwise, your brain will go back to the bad habit if you build bad habits going to that area. So say I walked here, right? Every time I wanted to do a video and I decided, no, I'm not going to do a video. Well, then, to put it simply, then I'm more likely not to do a video. Where if I walk that way and I know that, yep, I'm going to do a video, it's going to happen. So that's where building the good habit first is always the best. But we know that some people just have built up bad habits. We've all built up bad habits. I've built up bad habits, but I try to change them and change them for the better. Second way requires a bit more endurance and a bit more discipline, but I found this is a really effective way to change your routines. And this is when you know you might be doing a bad habit, or when you know, oh, I got to be doing that in this moment. I can give you a good example of this. So I've been trying to build up a new habit of using my timer in the gym to make sure I'm timing myself so I don't go overtime. So what I'll do is I'll grab my phone, put the timer on, wait for the timer to finish, then do my next set, right? But I find sometimes that I don't put the timer on. But then when I realize in my head that I haven't done it, then I go and do it. Even though I'm maybe 30 seconds to a minute late, I still make sure I press the timer and start it. So that's going to get that into your head. That's going to force you to go, okay, I know what I need to do now. Instead of just going, oh, I'll do it next time. 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 Because then you're not actually going to build that habit up. And you could easily fall into that trap. I could easily say, nah, I'm not going to put the timer on this time. But then you're one step behind. You want to be one step ahead. You want to try to get one step ahead to be closer to your goal. Because then it might not ever happen. If you never decide to put the timer on, you might end up just always forget. Where if you just say, okay, I'm just going to put the timer on for a minute, even though it's 1 minute 30 seconds, start the timer. Okay, I've just leveled up. I've just done 1 rep of building up this new routine. And that's another way you can think about it. You're doing reps. Every time you do it, you're doing 1 bicep curl, or every time you do that habit, even though it feels like you haven't made progress, you're doing 1 rep. Okay, 1. And then by the time you've done 100, you've gone, oh, I can see the progress now. I can see I've actually improved. So yeah, that's the second point. That is a very important one, but it does require a bit more discipline, which is a bit more difficult for other people. But you will optimize your routine if you can try implementing this point. Number 3, this is a basic one that I've talked about in a lot of other videos, but that is setting up your daily schedule. Set up what you're going to do for the next day. Set up how you're going to do this routine. And then you can go to that schedule, you can go to the writing on the paper and go, oh, yep, I'm doing this now. Okay, this is the habit I want to change. I'm going to try doing this habit. So forth. That's a pretty simple one. There's not really much to talk about there. But yeah, like, other than that, that's the main ways to change your habits. If you've got any questions or any concerns and want to know anything else, leave a comment below and I'll try answering your question. Anyway, I think that's it for this video. So like and subscribe to watch more educational content about autism and how to be an independent young man on the autism spectrum. Anyway, thank you.